Hey. Welcome back to Laughing at Your Life. I am your host, Miss Rochelle.
And I am Miss Shauna J.
And this is our special guest, Miss Maya. Thanks for joining us today. We appreciate you.
Yes. Although I have no idea what we're talking about today.
Everything.
And everything?
And everything.
And all things.
And more. Okay. So we have a very interesting subject today that I think a lot of the lady viewers will be able to relate to. We are going to discuss dating, the dating scene. Yeah.
For that.
She did the sound effects. Dating scene. Yeah. Oh, that was good timing. Good timing. Okay, Maya. So go ahead and tell us what you feel about the dating scene. What do you like? Give us like a couple of like scenarios that you experienced in the dating scene, and how you feel like people can relate to that, or what is non-relatable about it, like how people react and behave.
I think nowadays with dating, especially after COVID, people are just so infatuated with social media. So everything, expectations are just very unrealistic, and it's just like a ongoing issue. I feel like everybody just feels like they have an opinion of how you should be or act, and live off of this unrealistic expectation that social media has put up front.
Right. Yeah. I totally see that. I see that.
And not only that, even with social media being so popular, especially nowadays, the spectrum of dating has widened.
Right. And with that comes the expectations of, okay, I friend requested her. Now this is a dating app. This is no longer a networking app. This is a dating app. I don't know where we switched over on that board of spectrum, but that's wild to me.
I think I'm
sure
just
you can relate to that and experience
I think
that.
I'm just too old school. I mean, I've been out of the dating scene for years. Okay. But
second.
Years. But I'm just
You're the lucky few.
Yeah, right?
But I just don't understand how now social media is now your way of asking a girl out. Like, they don't even come to you anymore.
No, and that's what we were
They
talking
DM you.
about.
They
They
DM
don't
you.
even ask you out. They just
slide in.
pics.
Yeah.
Literally.
So you're literally going, no, yes.
That's lovely, but no. Because the fact that you even did that and put that out there is a turnoff.
Yeah, so it's
Well.
like, yeah, it's swiping left, swiping right. It's literally.
If I wanted to go through a catalog of porn, I'd just log onto a place where they offer that.
I don't want to see your Peter.
We don't want to see none of that at all.
No Pauls, no
No.
Mikes, no George.
It ain't cute. It really ain't cute.
It's very unattractive.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Yeah, here, look at that. I have a microphone.
Yay.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, I usually never talk on this podcast, but
That's great.
I got a microphone. This is great. Okay. So, in the questions of dating app, do you guys feel the ones who are dating at this time or can be dating? Do you guys feel that put off if a guy was to approach you instead of talking to you online in today's world?
Okay, I'm confused on your questions. So,
Meaning that if you were at a gas station, the guy you thought was nice looking, and he approached you at the gas station and wanted to talk
Why
to
is
you.
it always a gas station?
right?
Okay.
It's happened to me
clever.
before.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
I've had a situation where I was like literally just gassing up my car, and this guy just came up to me. He's like, "You're very beautiful. Like, can I have your number?" And I just looked at him. In my head, I was like, "Wow, like, did this just really happen?" Because I'm so used to, once again, social media. guys don't approach you that much in the real world as in the computer. I feel like they're able to hide more behind a computer and
have confidence
and have more confidence of asking you out, or they don't even ask out. It's more like, can I come over?
Hey, can we link up?
Can we? Yeah.
But even so, after he asked you for your number and said, you know, I mean, he just walked up to you. He didn't ask your name. He didn't ask, you know,
how are you doing?
How
today?
are you doing?
Did you need help
said,
with that?
Hey, you're so beautiful. Can I get your phone number? My question is, what you gonna do with it? Go back home and text me?
Right.
You might as well just be back on social media.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
like what?
At the moment when he asked me, I was like, I was already in a relationship at that point. So I was like, I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend. And he still was trying to get my number afterwards. I was like, he's like, well, you're not married.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a competitive
No
thing
one knows men these days, and some women who actually are brave enough to ask men out. No one knows how to talk to each other
There's
anymore.
no etiquette anymore. There's no courting.
There is
That
no
shit's out the
courting.
window.
There's no courting.
Do you feel that one of the reasons why is fear of rejection on the woman's side and the man's side? Because as a man, we have to just endure rejection every time we see a beautiful woman and we want to talk to them.
I don't think it's a fear of rejection. I just think it's an awkwardness of talking to another human being, because people are so into their phones and their tablets and their computers that they've lost contact. They've lost the ability to contact with humans, connect. So when you talk to someone face to face,
that face-to-face chemistry is important.
Now, even me, sometimes when I come up, I talk to somebody, I still have this awkwardness because I'm so used to dealing with people in my line of work on computer most of the time. And so, you know, by the time I met you in person, I don't even know how to look at you. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to keep my eyes from going everywhere else but looking you in your eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an awkward feeling because we have lost the ability to connect from human to human. We're more connected with electronics than we are human beings. And
I think we use it as a crutch. Not just, you know, like, but I think a lot of people do use their devices or their apps or whatever for networking and as a crutch, because it gives you that sense of confidence to be able to slide in and be like, hey, you looking fire today.
Well, not only that, but it's
always
safety.
looking great.
It's that
and
safety mechanism.
You
If
get
somebody
blocked
pisses
or
you out,
rejected.
what you do? You block them or you turn the computer off.
And then
You don't have
they're
to deal
just
with
like,
them.
okay, whatever, next. You
Right.
know, and
In
then
real
in
life,
person, that's
different
a
story.
bigger hit to a person's ego.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah. So, yeah, and people don't like to deal with confrontations anymore. They don't want to deal with the fact that, you know, somebody just disrespected you and they don't want to, you know.
I feel attacked.
No. I'm just saying nobody wants to deal with it anymore.
We just talked about
I remember
this
back in
last
the day
episode.
when we was, and I'm just gonna tell you how old I am. This back in the day when we used to have break dancing. I just told you how old I am. Okay, when you had a confrontation with somebody, you got your linoleum and you battled it out in the street with dancing. You communicated through art. You know what I'm saying? Now we can't even. You sit there and disrespect somebody, and what they say, I'ma block your ass. Like, what the fuck is that gonna do?
middle finger emoji.
Right?
Suck my eggplant.
It's emoji.
Suck my eggplant. Kiss my peach. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, nobody fucking says anything face to face anymore.
Don't.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Okay.
Have you guys recently or in the past 5 years find a guy who was attractive and actually asked him out on a date?
No.
Do you feel that's a bad thing if a woman would do that, and why?
I'm old school. I feel like a man that's going to attain my attention is going to be consistent in pursuing me. So that's just my stance on it. I'm old school with it. I don't know. I'm not going to approach a dude and be like, you're hot, I want to go out. Fuck no. Mm-mm.
Why not?
He wants an elaboration. Why not? For me personally, I feel that if I have to pursue you, you're not on my level. Spiritually, emotionally, physically, you're just not there. Mentally, you're not there. If I got to step up to pursue you. So I'm looking for someone who can balance out and be the masculine in my life, to be the leader, so to speak. But we balance each other. Because that's how I see it. You lead, I'll follow, right? That's how it should be, man and woman. That's just my take on it. That's
I get it. I get that. And yours? Would you actually go asking that guy out? You thought he was really good looking?
No. Absolutely not.
And why not?
I feel nowadays, well, and even from the history of that, I've grown up, men are providers. And
exactly.
Back in the days, you would have men that would approach women in front of their families and bring a cow to marry.
Right. To give an offering, to show like they're stable, so, they can be a provider.
And not only that, I'm a daddy's girl. So my dad's always taught me, a man has to provide. You don't ever initiate. If a man wants you, he will initiate.
And he will change his patterns, behaviors, or whatever to show you that he's serious.
Then,
that's true.
Especially nowadays, we got a lot of hobo sapiens, or whatever they call them. Is it hobo sapiens or?
Got this guy on a train. He's a hobo sapien.
What is a?
Does that mean a broke motherfucker?
A broke ass motherfucker.
Okay.
You got all these brokies. And they're brokies because women do for them.
But and you guys love them brokies. You do.
Who? Who?
You women do. You tend to fall
for the having owls up in here?
Yeah, but like who? He said you women. Like what women here?
It's true. Some of them broke dudes be really
some women. Thank you for the edit.
Nurturers. And there comes a time where we feel like, okay, we want to like fix a person. And I say it all the time with my friends. I could say at one point I did put myself in a situation like that, but it didn't start like that. He had a job, he had his shit together, he had everything going on for him, and then he got in a motorcycle accident. And when he got in his accident, I had to provide. At that point, it was no longer. At that point, I felt like, okay, you can't give me your whatever. I don't believe in 50-50. I believe that we should be able to be equals in a relationship, especially throughout time. And if a guy has shown me that he's a provider, at that point, it's like, okay, I'm going to bring what I can bring to the table. So there's days that you can only give me 40, I'll bring 60. If there's a day that you say I can't bring nothing, all right, I'll give you 100 if you can't give me, And so in that situation, he didn't have anything. He got in an accident. So at that point, I was pouring money into him. I was pouring all this. I was nurturing him, cleaning his ass for him, doing everything for him.
Ooh.
So would you say that 50-50 is what the goal is, but once it gets to like 60-40, there's a time limit?
No, there was never a time limit for me. I think what really ruined that relationship after I had poured myself to him and provided and I thought, this is a legit relationship. We've been together for years and we put work into this relationship. And for him to just he saw how easy it was for a woman to just give, so he got comfortable. And so when he noticed that he had to start picking up the slack and giving more, like putting more effort into the relationship, he got lazy and he went to someone else that was convenient and was going to be a mother to him. And I wasn't going to be that person. I already have a child.
Right.
I'm trying to raise a grown man. You're already a grown man. I don't, and that's the problem. These men want a mother. They don't want a woman. They want a mother.
I hear what you're saying in that kind of situation. Some men do, and some men don't. Let me ask you another question. This is for all three of you guys. I'm giving you a scenario of a situation. Let me know what you guys think if this would happen to you today. You know, hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
You guys are on a date with a guy, and let's say he's the most beautiful guy you ever dated, ever. Number one. And he has this go with the flow personality to the point where you feel that, I know this is a first date, but if I don't mind taking him upstairs, right? So let's just say in your mind, you're thinking that this situation. So you guys have a great day at that date, right? And then he takes you home. You're at the porch or wherever you are, and you ask him, "You want to go upstairs?" And he tells you, "Not tonight." How would you respond?
For once, I think he probably saying, "God damn, it's only the first date." I mean, some men are like that. God damn, it's only the first date. She already asked me up to the bed.
No, you guys had a great night though.
She just loves me for my D.
But no, how would you deal if he
I
told
personally,
you no?
I can't even put myself in this scenario. I would not ask a guy up after
That part.
that.
Ever.
I would
Ever.
never do it.
I
It's not. It just never was. Now I am the old school person. I would love that, the end of the night kiss, whether it's on the cheek, whether it's on the mouth, whatever. But I would never invite them in. It's got to be 5 dates in before I do that.
Wow.
So
5 days.
So even if it was like a Vin
No,
Diesel,
not 5
or
days.
something
5
like that.
dates.
Oh, dates.
Even if it was a Vin Diesel type of person.
First of all, he's not even my. Yeah.
I'm just throwing a name out there. I don't
Okay,
think he's.
I know.
I don't think he's hot. I'm
Nope.
just throwing a name.
I hope
I've never asked a man if he wants to sleep with me ever. To be honest, I can't even answer that question. But
it's a strange scenario.
Yeah.
So it's a strange scenario. If you were to ask a guy, would you want to, and he tells you not tonight.
I mean, if some women do that, I'm pretty sure that
I'm sure other women have been placed in that
they've
scenario.
done it. I'm sure a lot of women have asked.
I'm not that
themselves.
person.
So if a
Even
guy,
in a scenario, I can't even answer that because I've never put myself in a situation like that.
even if you've been dating for
That's
months,
definitely gonna hit my ego, just a little bit. Even if I'm okay with it, I still think it's gonna hit my ego psychologically because I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Now if the table was reversed and he asked me in, 9 times out of 10, he's probably gonna go in. But if it's a woman asking, then it's a psychological thing because then you're like,
Yeah, it's almost like a reverse.
then you're in your own head. Am I good enough? So I'm not good enough.
It's almost like a play out on his part of a reverse psychology.
yeah, because it's basically almost admitting that you guys take rejection much harder than men. Is that right?
We do.
No,
Well, I
It
think.
sounds like you just said.
Well, I think.
no, it's a reverse psychology on the man's perspective because most men don't do that. They don't decline an opportunity because men are opportunists.
Well,
most
nowadays they
of
don't.
them.
But back in the day, they did. They did.
I've done it to
Nowadays they
several
don't.
women. I've done it to several women that told me that, hey, I thought you were going to go a
In
little
this
further.
era or in an era before?
Today's age, they wouldn't turn
Nah,
it down.
Yeah.
because
Yes.
I've been in a relationship.
Thank
I've been
you.
in, I
Thank
would say
you.
in the
Today
90s.
they won't turn it down.
Yeah,
In the 90s, I've turned it down.
today they'll knock down anything.
yeah.
You can stand on the corner with them signs saying "free pussy, step up," and you're gonna have a line around the corner.
Around the block and then some, and Uber pickups and drop offs.
Okay,
Man, I don't
about
know.
free rides.
I don't know. Some of these women out here, yeah, downstairs is just like, wet wipe
That's-
1, 2, 3 times and
That's
they're
the
ready
thing
to go.
is that's the same thing for a lot of these men on in this dating pool.
That's true.
This is like the
My
dating
thing-
pool itself is kind of
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. This is from a woman's point of view. If you trying to get out there and get somebody that may be long term or whatever, and you out there in the dating scene, whatever, just and a lot of women, they go on to these dates and they wonder why men don't call them back, right? Or they go out and they have that one night stand and they don't know why that guy ain't calling them back or whatever, right? One or two things happen. Either you didn't do something right during that one night stand, or your shit is just fucking ranking.
I think it's more to, I mean, that's funny, but I think there's more to it. I think that honestly, we know if we're attracted to someone on a level that's more than just aesthetic attraction or physical attraction. So within a few minutes, like, your spirit knows if you're going to connect with that person or not, or if there's even an opportunity for you to connect. Men too, they just think more from a sexual standpoint. Visually, men are very visual.
That's true.
Tell me I'm not wrong, because
You're
they
not wrong
are.
about the visual.
Yes, very visual. So visually, that's the first thing that appeals to a man. Oh, her eyes, her lips, her skin, her hair, something. It's something. But when it goes a few minutes more past that initial encounter, a man knows whether he wants to take someone seriously or not minutes into that meeting. It's either, oh, I just want to hit that, or it's, I really want her in my life in some fashion. I would like to see if I can get her to take this seriously, but if not, I want to make the effort.
Show me them, because we ain't got a lot of them out
No, we don't.
Them is
They don't.
fantasies. Them is unicorns.
Yes.
Those
What are you talking
Those
about?
are
What are you talking about?
Those
She's
is chickens with rainbow wings. Those is not
You're not in
existent.
the dating pool, so what you
But it
been
doesn't mean I
watching?
don't. But it don't mean I don't understand. It don't mean I don't watch y'all.
I took myself
I'm
out the dating pool. I'm cool.
I'm just telling you, they're not out there.
The dating pool is just overwhelming itself. I could say from my standpoint, I've done online dating, and I've also done just meeting people on the normal type of dating scene and
the old school way.
the old school way.
Yeah.
And
Like meet and
I've
greet
had-
and connect.
I've had more success dating people that I've met in the real world than dating people online, because every time I put myself in these online situations, I get 20,000 DM messages just going on. My phone's just going crazy. It's pinging. It's doing all this stuff, all this nonsense of just texting and messaging. And then nobody wants to take you out on a date. Nobody wants to take you to a simple picnic on the park.
And it's vague communications.
And it's like,
yeah.
it's like you just want to waste my time texting, messaging because you're bored. You're in these dating sites just bored messaging me. Nah, like I had to literally just shut it down. And I told myself, I'm like, I'm not doing this to myself. I'm not going to entertain someone. All these men, I can barely even entertain one man in the real world. What makes you think I have the time to be
Or capacity.
the capacity to be
Yeah.
messaging all these men at the same time, and they're
Hell
all
no.
asking the most stupidest questions, like, "Hey, how are you doing?
Where are you from?
Where are you from? What do you
Plans tonight?
do? You have plans?" And I'm just
Wanna
like,
link?
instead of asking me if I have plans, just say, "Hey, like, are you free? Let's do something." You know. And
I was
it
going to
does-
ask you that. What is for the guys out there who's going to be listening to this, because there will be, trust me. What is an acceptable question to ask you online to just, to get to try to date you? Acceptable way to approach online.
Hey, I just saw that you're on this profile. With, like, do you want to meet up? Let's do something. I don't really want to be answering 100,000 questions. I really just want to go out and meet you and see you in real life. Because if we're in a dating scene, this is part of a dating app. It's meeting somebody, going out and doing something with them, having a real interaction. These apps are just wasting time.
So let me
They're
ask you
like
this.
filters.
If a guy was to ask you on that he saw you on the site,
Can't
and he
filter a
says,
psychopath though.
he says, "Hey, you look awesome. You look like a nice person. You want to go bowling or something?" Is that out of bounds?
No, absolutely. That I would go.
That's actually a proper ask.
Yeah, that's smart.
proper.
He actually
There you go,
got
guys.
your
I
name.
don't-
He asked
It's
you
a
to go
public
someplace,
place.
and he asked you for your number so you can meet up.
Yeah.
Instead of coming up to you, you look beautiful. Let me get your number. What you do?
I just like. I don't want to. Don't ask me how my day's going. Just say, hey, like, do you want to hang out? Are you free? Do you want to go to the park? You know, if you don't have a lot of money to take a girl on a date, just go to Trader Joe's, get a cheap $5 wine bottle and some cheese and cracker, and just be like, hey, do you want to go to the park and hang out and
Get to know each other better in person
and wine? Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Or like, let's go on a. I've had a guy even ask me on a gym date, and I was okay with that.
I never even heard of a gym date.
Oh, gym dates are the best. He even stretched me out.
Okay.
Hey, he had a field day. He had my leg all up here, and I mean stretch me. I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking like after a workout. He was like, "Let me stretch your legs, and because you're gonna be hurting the next day." He helped me do these workouts, and he stretched me afterwards. His face was a little too close to my poochie at one point, but I was kind of scared. I was like, oh my God, I was sweating. I'm just like, I hope.
Red flag.
I hope she's okay down there. And thankfully, you know, he liked how I smelled, because he's like, you smell great.
Okay, that's good. So, did you want to ask more questions, or would we move on to something else? How do you feel?
I guess we can move into our question segment.
Okay.
So, all right. So we're going to move on. As much as we keep talking on this for hours, we're going to go into our would you rather questions. All right. So these are questions that are sent to us from people in the podcast. We just pick them randomly, and then we go ahead and read them out. All right. So we have 3 tonight. So the first one is, would you rather see your brother or stepsisters? I'm going to guess that says pussy history, or your parents.
Oh,
is that porn?
Oh, you need your glasses. You was a little off.
It has enough letters for pussy. Porn history, sorry. Would you rather see your brother or sister's porn history, or your parents?
Ooh.
Sorry, I seen my parents.
Yeah, that's
I kind of walked in on it. So.
That's no bueno. Real time, huh?
Real.
Jeez. Their device or whatever. Probably sibling. Yeah.
At least you can make fun of your siblings. Your parents, you just kind of grossed out.
You just have to skate past that topic. Like, nope. Then it's awkward too. You'd be like,
Then you go past and be like, nasty ass.
I don't know which answer is like the worst one.
they're all bad.
They're all bad.
I feel incestuous just even.
But like, think of it like
sibling, because I could talk shit to them and be
That's
like,
what I'm saying. You can
nasty
make fun.
bitch.
You can make fun of them. You can make fun of them and stuff.
Nasty bitch. Haktua. I saw you.
I saw what you were watching.
What about asses and pies? What was this about? All right. Next one. Would you rather French kiss Nick Nolte or Flavor Flav?
Ooh, good God.
Who's Nick North?
Nick Nolte, he was one of the actors like with Eddie Murphy, like in 48 Hours and stuff. Let me bring up the picture. Hold on.
That guy.
Yeah, it just looks like he's
84.
melting.
Yeah.
Oh,
It just looks like he's melting.
Yeah.
why are these people just asking the most insidious questions?
Ew, that's
I don't know.
so.
And he talk like this.
Oh Lord. Oh my Lord.
It's like he's one cough away from choking to death.
I guess I'll just Flavor Flav like it. Flavor Flav.
At least you could turn the lights out on that brother. You could just pucker up and just don't even know what you.
That's
He's just disgusting. Even when I would see his shows and I would see these stupid women just going crazy over him, I'm like, why?
For the fame and money, of
why?
course.
Well, yeah, I know.
Oh,
Just being hoes.
Yeah, he just yeah. Playing. Playing.
Shamelessly.
Yeah, playing.
Like,
Yeah. All right, next one. Let's move on.
okay, quick, carry on for my stomach flip.
Would you rather have limitless stamina or limitless strength?
Ooh, I will take the stamina for 500.
Yeah, me too. Because what is strength without stamina? I mean, you can be strong. What if you ain't got the gumption to get up and go?
Exactly. Yeah,
That is
you just
true.
feel like Forrest Gump. I just ran and ran until I got tired, and then I stopped.
Then I can go home now.
Journey.
Stamina.
Definitely stamina.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're dating, that would be really
I mean, I'm gonna be 100. That's never been an issue for me. I think I'm like the worst when it comes to my sex drive. I think I'm worse than men. I was just telling my partner, I was like, I don't know what it is. Like, I just want it all the time. All the time.
Well, you know, they say, you know, women hit their sexual peak right around close to 40, 45.
And I'm 39.
Well, 40, between 40 and 50, you start hitting that sexual peak.
I have a very high sex drive. I just don't act on it the way that I probably would in my younger years had I had not been married. It probably would have been a little bit different outcome, but it didn't work out that way.
But even in my young 20s, I was like that, and I don't know if it's something inside of me that just, well,
I think some women you just need something to just say, that's it, I'm ready. Sometimes people you need that emotional drive, that something that says,
I need the
that's
connection.
gonna get me going.
Like, no, I need connection.
well,
I could be turned on like what, but I need that connection. If I don't have that connection, it's a wrap. I'd be like,
yeah,
it's cool.
that too. But when I'm like very connected with somebody and in tune with somebody, and I'm totally in love with the person, for me, my drive every day is just to have that.
Yeah, if I'm in love with someone, like I genuinely, wholeheartedly, like invested. Oh God, they will not get. I'm like a energy.
Yeah.
So the question is that you are, and he isn't. He wants it like a certain amount of days, and that's it. Everything else is great. It's just a weekend thing.
Ooh, that might be a little bit of a problem
It is a problem.
because that's gonna.
I don't. And
Better get some money on them blue pills, boy.
I could say from my dating scene I've dated somebody. He wasn't 100% perfect. He had a good job. He had stuff going on for him. His only issue was his anger issues. He had really horrible anger issues, and he was very emotional. So he would lash out really easily just for like the simplest things. So I thought that was like the biggest turn off in our relationship. And then sex. Like, it wasn't like a daily thing with him. He just had to have it. He could only have it on certain days, and it couldn't be on a work night. And then when we did have sex, it wasn't even enjoyable. Like, he just had this I don't know if it was like just one position he liked, and it wasn't sexually pleasing me either. So I just hit a place where it's like we hit that. I give men the 90-day rule, and once we're like in a relationship and we were getting close to the 90 days, and I had to have this conversation to myself, and I said, do you see yourself being with this person and being fully happy with this person? And I knew I couldn't be happy. I wasn't even happy at that moment with him, because of his emotional reactions towards simple things. I'm like, why are you yelling? and then the other things, like the sex isn't great, so
That's
no,
the deal
I'm not
breaker for
happy.
me.
Bye. You gotta go. What do you mean cougar out?
Older versus young. You older versus young.
Oh,
I have a daughter that's 31. I'm not dating someone that's younger than my daughter ever on any scenario, on any cat. I don't care how wealthy. I don't care. No.
I've dated younger guys, and I feel like I can't be my feminine self around them. It's just like this different feeling, and I don't like it. It doesn't last. When I date a younger guy, I try.
Like you realize right off top
Yeah,
it's temporary.
I'm like, oh yeah, this is temporary. I can't do it. And then I like older men.
Well, a lot of women, they date younger guys just for the sex, because the mentality is
Even
not
the
there.
sex isn't the best.
The mentality is not there. It's just somebody to make them feel younger. I don't know how that is,
I
but
guess that's what men do, right? That's why they go after and seek after their 40 something, 50 something. They look at younger women like, oh, let me see if I can pull that.
that is true. But
So
I
it's
mean,
the same scenario, just different gender, you know.
but women think differently when they do that, though. I think some
Men
women, I think it's like a
intentionally
midlife
are going
crisis
after
thing when women do that, because, you know, I don't know if they're trying to relive, like they want to prove to themselves that they're still young enough to get somebody young or whatever. I never understood why. I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing, but I just think that
That's a preference, clearly.
you're settling for something less than, you know what I mean? Like, if you're a 50-year-old woman and you're going after somebody who's like in their lower, like mid 30s,
Like Cher, she's 71.
yeah, I
and
mean,
her
you're
man's
getting the
like
mentality.
29.
I mean, you can't really have a good conversation with somebody that's
He
not on that
doesn't
mental
have
level
a lot
as
of
you.
life experience at that point. It's like, what has he experienced that he would
Right.
be able to give or contribute to you emotionally, you know?
He
or
can't
mentally.
relate to what you've been, especially the age gap is so big.
Then the error gap.
Yeah, you can't relate. You know what I'm saying? You just can't relate to it.
He'll
be like, "Who's Biggie Smalls?"
Older women tend to want to get with the younger guy for control. It's a controlling thing.
The same thing as men.
Same
It's a
thing.
control
Yeah.
thing.
Because they haven't reached their mental ability.
Yeah,
to
so
be
it's a
able to
control
stabilize
thing. So
themselves.
it's like they're able
Or say no.
They're
Or
able
say
to
no.
control
Yeah.
the younger guy. They're able to kind of manipulate them and mold them into what they need them to be. Like the man, you know, it's
So like it's
they're
a dynamic.
They're
like,
building a man. It's a Build-A-Bear.
so it's like mommy son
Yeah.
dynamic in a sense.
Yep.
But
It's the same thing. It's the same concept.
It's like mental incest.
and that goes the same for men too, though.
Like, you're
'Cause
dating
men
someone
go
you're
after
dating
women.
your child's age, and then the sex is good. Isn't that like, it's like mental incest? But you're making them into something that you want them to be,
But I feel
which
like
is what you do with your children.
men do that too to women that are younger.
That's what I'm
or
saying. It's a
even
mental
women
incest
that
type
are
thing, I
their
feel.
age that are mentally immature. They might be the same age, but they're mentally just not been exposed to as many things. So they're immature with certain situations. Okay, so we have some try not to laugh videos.
Where are they?
We're gonna watch, and it'll be on the segment that you guys are seeing on YouTube. So you'll be able to see what we see. But for right now, we're gonna be seeing it and trying not to laugh. How many do we have?
How many do we have? Oh,
Three.
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 All right.
Letting you go. I was just
Wait, what?
Let's do one more time. One more time.
What did he just do?
Watch this.
letting you go. I was just
Watch him.
Watch his pants.
Watch this guy.
There was an intent here. There was an intent here. That is wow, wild.
That's gay.
Well, we're
Very,
it says the gay friend.
very.
Oh, I couldn't even read that. I don't have my glasses on.
I don't have mine either.
Did you read my WhatsApp message? I'm looking for life insurance.
What's your name?
My name is Sanjay, but you can call me Michael. Can I ask, do you have life insurance?
No, I don't have life insurance because I'm like suicidal and depressed.
That is so good, man. You're lucky. You're a perfect candidate for life insurance.
But I don't even have like anyone to leave the money for.
And why leave money? You take it with you. I'm the reincarnation specialist.
Reincarnation specialist.
You live 1 year and you die, you get 20 million next life. I guarantee. You give me 20,000 now, it will appreciate the 20 million. And next life, you will be with 20 million. You can give up 1 year, you can do it. And if 1 year, that's all you need. And then you die.
Yeah, my life's just been so hard. I lost my job and my boyfriend came out as gay. And it's just,
Man, that's your life. Your life sucks.
Oh,
You have the life insurance?
yeah, but it started when my parents were for a few
Ma'am, I don't have time. You're going to be poor next life too. I'd like to help you. You don't take any help. You're going to be poor. This is what happened to you in previous life. I don't have time. You have to pay.
Hello?
Stop calling. You cheat me. You're a scammer. You're a scam. You're a scam. I told you. Stop calling me.
If you want to avoid scam calls and have fraud protection, you should download Get Contact. It's free in the App Store. You should get it.
Stop contact God. You stupid. You die now. You don't want to go.
you die now. You're a bad person for calling me back.
So he
he
got
said.
upset with her because he couldn't scam her. So he calls her back and said, "You're a scammer."
So she calls him back, and then he had like lost his shit. That's funny.
Oh my God. Okay.
I'm a reincarnation specialist.
You give me 20,000 now. You can guarantee 20 million next life. Wow. Okay. If you laugh, you going to hell.
Is that a man? Like that?
I didn't get any of that.
I didn't get it either. I'm still trying to figure
I'm still
out.
trying to
if
figure
that's-
out how
if-
you
if
heard
that's-
that.
I'm still trying to figure out if that's a man.
Who did this? Whose fault is? Who did this?
Where society went wrong.
Oh my goodness.
See what I was talking about when it comes to social media.
Yeah, for sure.
This is what's corrupted our minds, and this is why dating is so hard nowadays because people are so corrupted by this stupid shit and they think it's normal.
Oh my God.
Well, that sums up the show. We want to thank our special guest Maya for joining us today on the podcast.
Thank you, Maya.
Yes, and we want to also
Thank
thank
you
all of the people who sent in stuff. Thank you. And don't come for us in the damn comments. I'm just gonna
They could
say
come
that.
for me. They could come for me. Please come. Please come. My TikTok is my 3 my's. Okay. Come for me. Okay. Come for me and comment all you want. Weirdos.
Yeah, right. Come for me.
Maya, do you want to come back on the show?
Did you want to come back?
I'll come back for sure. I'll definitely come back.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming out and listening to us yammer on about
Everything.
life, laughing at it. So we hope to see you guys next week.
Yes.
Laughing at Your Life.
And
Thank you
until
again,
then-
Maya, for being a perfect guest.
Yes, thank you.
All right, guys. We will see you guys next week. Peace out.
Stay blessed and always one love.